collision.
Another war under Friday night. Tape on the wrist, dirt on the name. You don't walk in here, you earn your place. Heartbeat loud like a loaded gun. 60 minutes, nowhere to run. Every yard's paid in blood and pain. This field don't care about your last name. When the whistle cuts through the noise, there ain't no men, just broken boys. Until you rise, until you fight. This is iron, this is tough. Where the weak don't last and the strong get hurt. Crash and burn or prove your worth. Welcome to Iron and Tough. Feel the ground shake under your feet. This is war between the lives we meet. No retreat, no reverse. Welcome to Iron and Tough. Cold black sky and the crowd screams loud. 20,000 lost in the sound. Helmet cracks and the bodies fall. Only one side leaves, standing tall. No mercy here, no saving grace. Every snap is a test of faith. Legends rise and the rest decay. Only the ruthless get their name. Clock winds down, you feel the fear. Truth shows up when the end is near. Will you stand or disappear? This is iron, this is truth. Where the weak don't last and the strong get hurt. Crash and burn or prove your worth. Welcome to Iron and Tough. Feel the ground shake under your feet. This is war between the lines we meet. No retreat, no reverse. Welcome to Iron and Tough. This ain't a game, it's a proving ground. Kings get made where the lost get found. Pain is a price, sacrifice the cost. Win or die, there's no middle ground. Stand down, fight back, take what's yours. This is iron, this is tough. Every hit, every scar, every drop of heart. Built in fire, born from dirt. This is Iron and Tough. Feel the rage, feel the earth. Welcome to Iron and Tough. You don't survive this game. You earn it.
Well, welcome to
the 2026 NFL Draft live stream here on the Junkyard Media Group. My name is Junkyard James. I am your host. And for the next several hours here, you will see me as well as a couple other panelists who are slowly making their way into the live stream. Just have their commentary, have our voice and our reaction to the first round of the 2026 NFL Draft. If you are watching this pre-game, pre-live show before the first round begins in the next, I'd say 20 minutes or so, welcome to the Junkyard Media Group. Welcome. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button, like this video, join the chat. So before the draft gets going at 8 o'clock, we're going to just quickly break down some of the big talking points before we see the picks as they come up. But first, we got to do our big thanks to our sponsor. That's W Energy. Go to w.gg. Use the code Beyond the Yard to save 10% on your order. W Energy is one of the best coffee fruit extract energy blends, mixes on the market. Dump it in your water. Go ahead and save you some money on it. Support the podcast while you're at it. Go to w.gg, use the code Beyond the Yard, and save 10% on your order. So let's talk about the first round of the draft. It's finally here. The first pick, we already know who it's going to be. Fernando Mendoza, the number 1 overall pick. But my belief, and we'll hear from the panelists as they come in, is starting from pick 2. This is one of the more unpredictable draft classes. I think mostly because it is one of the weakest top-level talented drafts in the last several years, meaning there's probably somewhere between 12 and 15 players that'll get drafted tonight who I would consider a star immediately, a franchise-changing player immediately. But there's several dozen players who will have fantastic NFL careers. That some will get drafted tonight, some will get drafted tomorrow and Saturday. But once you get out of the top 12 to 15 picks, my feeling is there may be some teams who want to jump into the first round that are willing to pay a little bit to get into the first round, but there certainly will be teams, I think, that will want to move out of the first round and get extra picks, because this is a deeper draft in terms, like I said, you're going to have a lot of 3rd, 4th, 5th round picks, I think, that can produce probably just as well as some of these first round guys. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens early in the draft. Once you get past the first half of the first round, our team's going to duck out, our team's going to jump up. what trades are we going to see? So it's going to be fun to watch tonight. If you're here, go ahead and join us in the chat. Join the conversation as we're waiting on some people to fade in here. We know, everybody. Fernando Mendoza is going first overall. Please welcome to the live stream, host of the Slapping Meat community show, We Too Deep. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Howdy.
All right, let's get your take before the draft gets underway. What is your biggest expectation tonight?
I think for me, I'm a little bit interested in the sort of back end of the draft. I think we'll see a lot of movement there. I think the first 10 or so picks are pretty much, I don't think we see a lot of movement there. Maybe the Saints. The Saints tend to move up. Maybe if the Saints want to go after someone like Jeremiah Love. I think that Jeremiah Love is the best player in this draft. Unfortunately, he's at a position that I wouldn't say has a lot of need. So it's going to be which team wants to add a second running back. And I think they're getting the best player in the draft. And so I'm going to throw a team that may be surprising to someone or to some people, and that is the Cardinals at 3. I think the Cardinals could go after him. Their front office the last few years have sort of gone not necessarily need-based, but just best player available. And I think at that point they got a tough decision, whether it's Arvell Reese or David Bailey or if maybe they go edge rusher, or maybe the Cardinals go someone like Jeremiah Love, where I know a lot of the mock drafts have the tackle out of Miami going to pick 3. I just don't see them getting a tackle at 3. I know everyone sees the Cardinals moving back up into the first round, pick 26, Buffalo seems to be that landing location, they say. I have a concern about it. Not saying it won't happen. I have a concern if I was a Cardinals fan, knowing there's a lot of need. That's probably going to be a second and third round pick, 34 and whatever their third round pick. It's somewhere in the early 60s. If the Cardinals make that trade, they essentially don't pick again until pick 104. I don't know if they make that trade. If they do, a lot of people suspect Ty Simpson. I say they go someone like Arvell Reese or Jeremiah Love at 3, and then there's a boatload of tackles at the end of this first round that I think are going to go. Blake Miller, Caden Proctor, the guy out of Arizona State, Chinichar, that I think Arizona could build around and wait next year to get their quarterback when you have the class like Lenore Sellers, Arch, Dante Moore, Mensa. I think you got a better quarterback class there for Arizona to wait for. Outside of that, I'll be interested. The one pick I'm interested in is 14, which is the Ravens. I think they're moving back because I think their two needs are that guard position and then defensive tackle. And I think at that part of the draft, I think the Eagles are wanting someone and would be willing to move up. And I think there's a bunch of teams that are tackle needy that want to get it above Detroit at 17. It'll be interesting for sure. But I don't know. I think the only other thing I'm interested in is to see where my Patriots go at 31. There's a couple different paths. I personally want them just to go best player available. It's a path that I haven't thought of until earlier today, but I think that just makes the most sense. I don't think there's going to be a tackle available for us at 31, nor a decent enough edge rusher. And so a name that I'm actually excited for, if he's available, and a lot of people are going to say I'm crazy, is Chris Johnson out of San Diego State. Well, why do you need a corner? Well, Gonzalez isn't going to be there post 2027, in my opinion, because we're not going to pay $35 million per year for a cornerback. And so I think maybe we lock up his replacement now. But, yeah, those are some things I'm looking out for. As far as that, I think it's just going to be an interesting night to see how things go. There's going to be something that we didn't prepare for, and it'll just be a fun night.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You mentioned Jeremiah Love, and you're right. The running back position is, I would say, I think NFL GMs and front offices view the running back position as maybe one of the most easiest positions to replace, the most replaceable positions. Jeremiah Love, here's my take here. I think my personal belief is if Arizona cannot trade pick 3, they're going Jeremiah Love. Or if they go the route of tackle, which some are saying they may go tackle or edge rusher up front, and there's a couple really good players up in the top 5 or 6 picks, that Tennessee will get Jeremiah Love at 4. I don't see Jeremiah Love getting past pick 7. I think if he falls past Tennessee, past New York, past Cleveland, I think Washington, 100%. There's enough of a need for the Commanders to get him. I think one player that we may see that has the widest range of, like, I've seen some mock drafts throw him as early as top 5, but some put him middle of the draft, first round. That's Sonny Styles. I like Dallas to pick him up at one of their 2 picks, probably pick 12. But any thoughts there? We got about 7.5 minutes before the draft begins.
Yeah, so with Sonny Styles, arguably, he's listed as a linebacker, but I have a feeling he'll be the Michael Parsons of this draft class. He'll end up playing on the edge. And I, in my personal mock draft, have him going 5 to New York. Harbaugh is a defensive-minded guy.
Yep.
And the Giants have 2 top 10 picks, and I think realistically they could end up getting Sonny Styles out of Ohio State, and then also getting his partner at the safety position. Caleb Downs, is that the safety?
Mm-hmm.
I think Caleb Downs is going to slip. Now you mentioned Dallas at 12. I think Dallas at 12. Some things that people need to pay attention for. Dallas's defensive coordinator is Christian Parker, who coached the Eagles last year, and is sort of from the Vic Fangio tree. They are defensive minded. I think, big surprise name here, I think Dallas is picking Thieneman out of Oregon. That'll give them the sort of Kyle Hamilton type player that the Vic Fangio defense loves to run, like a Reed Blankenship type player. That Fangio's defensive style likes to run. That's what Christian Parker essentially runs. I think he goes there. With Sonny Styles, I don't see him getting past either of New York's 2 picks. If they don't take him at 5 and he's there at 10, I think they take him then. But I just don't see him slipping that far. I think he's too good of a player to fall that far.
I'm gonna throw out. You mentioned that Baltimore Ravens pick. I'm gonna throw out a name here that I don't think I haven't seen mocked before, but I think it makes sense to me, and I'll explain here in a minute. I think the Ravens could sneak a pick, and pick Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end out of Oregon. You look at what happened this offseason. They lose Isaiah Likely. I think they lose their third string, Charlie Kolar, as well. Mark Andrews is towards the back end of his career. The Ravens love to run a 2 tight end set, and as far as I'm aware, they haven't picked up a second tight end. Now, I could be wrong. I think Kenyon Sadiq could fill in Baltimore quite well, unless with new head coach, he's also a defensive-minded coach there now, and was it Minter? I think Jesse Minter. So maybe they go another way with the offensive scheme there.
Yeah, so I went, and this is something I just saw today, and I actually agree with. I think everyone and their mother has mocked at pick 14, Vega Leone, out of Penn State. I saw something today, I don't remember where I saw it from, where they trade back with someone like Philly or something like that. Now, if they trade with Philly to 23, they're not getting Ione. He's going to the Chargers. Chargers need a guard. That'll be the first team that really needs a guard behind them. So I would have the Ravens. I have them trading back somewhere around like 21, 22, 23 and taking Peter Woods. Or the other, what I actually saw was they draft Ione. The most I think written in stone pick that's going to happen in this first round is 32. The Seattle Seahawks will trade back. They have 4 total picks so far in this draft. That's it. 4 picks. They are trading this pick. If they don't, they're absolutely ridiculous. They lost so many players in this offseason, which made no sense. They had like $93 million in cap and spent very little to try to retain some of these players. Maybe they get Ione at 14, and the Ravens could be one of those teams that trade a second-round pick to go back up to get someone like Peter Woods. But I think they address defensive tackle sometime tonight. Can you pull that comment back up from Wavy D?
This one?
Yes. So,
now Jordan, I will say real quick, Jordan Tyson has been a name up the board.
That's a receiver, Arizona State.
Yeah, that's the guy. I think one of New York, the Giants, is one of their picks will be Jordan Tyson. That's who I've heard they've fallen in love with. Makes sense. They need some help alongside Malik Neighbors.
So the reason I wanted to talk about this was that first statement, Mendoza is a bust. I think Ty Simpson is a bust as well. Just personally, I don't understand the desire to see him drafted today. I just don't see a reason. I think next year's draft class is so much better. But we also have players very deep in this draft that I think are very good quarterbacks. Garrett Nussmeier, at this point last year, was mocked as the number 1 overall pick. Now, he didn't have the greatest season this past year, but there was a lot of craziness going on in LSU with the coaching situation and all of that. Cade Klubnik's going to be a day 3 pick. Fagnano, Altmaier out of Illinois, Cole Payton out of North Dakota State. There's a lot of good day 3 quarterbacks, and I think they're going to be backups, but I think could be names that I just don't think anyone in this draft class is necessarily an NFL starter. Mendoza's going to be number 1. I don't see why we would go any other way.
Yeah, no, I think I said this earlier. I think before you hopped on, outside of pick one, because I think we've known since the day they won the national title game that Fernando Mendoza would be the first overall pick. The Raven, like this pick should be in within 5 seconds, not 5 or 10 minutes, because the Raiders have been on the clock for 3 months. They know who they're going. But starting at pick 2, this is probably one of the most unpredictable drafts. And my belief for that is, again, outside of the top 12 to 15 players, there's not a superstar worthy talent. And I think we're going to see a lot of moves not up into the first round.
But
I think we're going to see a lot of people move out of the first round and get extra picks, because day 2 picks, there are a lot of really good day 2 and day 3 players, but there's not a whole lot of first round. We're going to see 32 people get named today, but the top 12 to 15, I think, will be considered like franchise changing day 1 guys. Just real quick before the draft gets going,
I'm gonna go get something to drink real quick. You can do what you're doing.
Let's plug the channel. Like the Junkyard Media Group on YouTube. We're on Facebook, Junkyard Media Group, on Instagram. The Instagram is, if I remember it correctly, it is Junkyard HQ _. So Junkyard HQ _. And then on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, it's at Junkyard HQ. Go ahead and follow all of those picks. This is a good question. I don't think AJ Brown gets picked or gets traded today. I think that he's going to get traded. It wouldn't shock me if the Eagles actually drafted a wide receiver tonight. But I don't think he gets traded today. I think June 2nd will be the day that becomes official, just for cap issues and all of that legal stuff, contractual stuff. I think AJ Brown gets traded, but it will be after today, probably the first week of June. Let's see what the commissioner got to say. Yeah. All right, everyone, we're going to run the intro one more time. When we get back, we'll start our commentary. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. All right, everybody, welcome to the 2026 NFL Draft live stream here on the Junkyard Media Group. As you know, I am Junkyard James, the host of the Beyond the Junkyard podcast. With me, you've already met him, host of the Slap at Me community show. That is We Too Deep, and just joining the panel, my co-host every Thursday, the biggest Commanders fan. Look, you got the new hat already. That is amazing. The Washington Commanders super fan, Cody Marinara.
Listen. Oh, 1 second. I wasn't fully prepared. Oh, shit. Stream's coming down. Hold on.
While he's fixing, this show is not brought to you by Pepsi, but I am enjoying the great show, or the great taste, of Pepsi. Maybe you can promote your great taste from your sponsors.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yeah. You had to use that nasty P word. Like you said, we're sponsored by W Energy. That's your taste buds' favorite energy drink. Just take the mix, whatever flavor you like. They got sour gummy bear. They got tiger's blood. They got a bunch of other flavors, s'mores, whatever. Dump it in your water. You got coffee fruit extract, jitterless energy without the crash, made right here in the great United States of America. And we got a deal for you folks. If you use code Beyond the Yard, save 10% on your order at w.gg. Use that code Beyond the Yard. Are you set, my friend? Are you ready for the Commanders' first pick tonight? Pick number 7.
I think so. Can you hear me just fine?
Oh, you're good, my friend.
Great. So, yeah, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Josh Harris and the rest of the Commanders organization for keeping their uniform leaks on the down low. We didn't get our shit leaked, even though we all pretty much knew what it was in the fan base. We didn't get our stuff leaked, so I appreciate that. These hats went on sale the day the uniforms got released last Wednesday. My guy here, like, in 3 days. So appreciate the fact that they were able to get this stuff out before the draft. I did not buy the new black jersey. It looks great. I may get one down the road, but not right now. Bunch of Commanders fans are rocking their JD5 jerseys. I am rocking a Ryan Kerrigan Redskins jersey because
Why the heck not?
Jerseys. And we drafted him, so I'm trying to wear a jersey of a guy we actually drafted. I don't have a Jaden jersey yet. But yes. So gotta rock all that good stuff for sure.
Real quick, while we're waiting for the most inevitable pick of this draft, can you the question or the comment DJ Fresh over there said, "My dream is that." Can you pull that up? All right. So, and the one before that was, does AJ Brown get traded today? I'm going to explain the situation, since more than likely it's going to involve my team, the Patriots. It will not happen. It cannot physically happen today because of cap money. And so, no, AJ Brown will be technically a Philadelphia Eagle until June the 2nd. On June the 2nd, or technically it's June 1st, after 4 p.m. After 4 p.m. is all transactions for the day are done, and then anything else for the next day can happen. But June the 2nd is when the trade will happen. If AJ Brown got traded tonight, that would be a $36 million cap, almost $40 million cap hit. If he got cut, it would be $51 million cap hit. But if he gets traded tonight, it'd be a $40 million dead cap hit for the Eagles. They're not eating that. If they just wait a month and a half, it's like 16 to 20 million. I don't remember the exact number. So for cap reasons and cap reasons alone, AJ Brown will be an Eagle until June the 2nd. Where he goes after that, it's expected to be the Eagles or trading with the Patriots. What I can tell you will happen tonight, if the trade, because there's still a feeling in Philly media, and I listen to a lot of Philly media, not voluntarily. It's just, it's on all the time at my house.
Voluntarily? Oh gosh.
And there's still the idea that AJ Brown will be an Eagle this year. We will find that out depending on how this draft goes. If the Patriots, I have a feeling if we're not getting AJ Brown, we're drafting a receiver in the first round by the name of Chris Bell. Clemson knows all about him because he ate our ass the last time we played him.
Pause. Pause. He did what to you?
But he sort of comped to AJ Brown and Deebo Samuel, but he ran all over the Clemson Tiger defense. Speaking of the Clemson Tigers, there could be 5 of them drafted tonight. So I'm here for that. Because the Patriots are probably
crazy considering we went 6-6 last year, 7-6. But
yeah, crazy. But hey, the team we should have beat ended up being the ACC champions. Me and Cody were there for that game, so congratulations, right. Duke. You're welcome.
Before this Raiders pick, because the pick is now in, before it gets announced, we know who it's going to be. Any guesses who Washington gets at pick 7? Any feelers? Oh, you're muted.
It's been a day. I swear, my brain is not here. I don't know. My mind is cluttered from work, baby shower stuff, crazy stuff.
We're starting the podcast. We're starting the podcast an hour earlier than normal.
That's true. I usually have an energy drink about halfway in me right now. I've only got 2 sips in. So, anyways, I accept 3 players. These are probably not going to be there, but Sonny Styles, Jeremiah Love, those 2 I'm running up the board and running up to the podium and getting. Mansour Delane, I would be okay with. Caleb Downs, if he's there, that'd be great. If none of those guys are there, you got to trade back. You have to trade back. So, wide receiver would be fine, but I don't care if we get Cardinal Taylor.
There's not much to talk about with Mendoza here. We're just going to pass over this.
We already know what one is. We can move.
My biggest concern with this is your number 1 overall pick is not at the draft. That's a bad look to me. I don't know about you. That's a bad look to me. But you're going to have Ty Simpson there. Just by the way, he might be waiting like 18 hours to be drafted because this could be a Malik Willis situation where he goes day 3. Just depending on what the QB need is. I want to respond to his Washington comments. I think you're going to be in great luck, and that is Jeremiah Love. I think you get the best player in the draft in Jeremiah Love. If we
get Jeremiah Love, I would cry.
The only way I don't see it happening, I mentioned before you came on, I think the Cardinals might take him. Just because they're historically known the last few years to take just best player available, even if it's not really a need. They have every need. The Cardinals are probably the worst team in the league, which is hard competition with the Dolphins being in the league. But they have everyone. The only other thing I could see happening is the Saints trade up, and they might take them. The Saints have been aggressive the last few years in the draft. But I think you get Jeremiah Love or Sonny Styles. I think Sonny Styles. It just depends on I think the only team I'm concerned getting him before you would be the Giants at 5. It just depends on what their strategy is, seeing that they got 2 top 10 picks now. So
let me throw this question. Go ahead. Good.
No, you go.
All right. I was going to throw this question out real quick. The Jets are on the board. They have Breece Hall locked under the franchise tag. Is there a shot that they say, look, we're not going to want to pay him what he's worth, and they get Jeremiah Love here?
No.
Not when they have
other. They're going Arvell Reese.
They better go Arvell Reese. I think they go David Bailey. They're going edge.
I can see that too.
I think they go David Bailey because it's the Jets and they're a clusterfuck. But I think Arvell Reese is the best best defensive player in this draft.
I don't think that the Jets. First of all, the running back room, we still haven't gotten to the crazy money that the receivers are getting. Hell, even tackles and guards and centers are getting in the NFL. They're still severely underpaid for being the workload that they get. So, I don't think,
bro.
I
thought
and
that
while
was
Brees
Harry
is a great
Roseman for a
player,
minute.
I
thought that
think
was Howie
I'm
Roseman in the Jets draft room for a minute. The dude in the middle
I'm
looks
on-
like Howie Roseman.
I'm watching ESPN coverage, so I don't know what's going on.
I'm watching the premiere coverage. I'm surprised they're not the same coverage now that the NFL Network is on ESPN.
That's not that hasn't started yet officially.
It did. Because I was watching Beyond the NFL or whatever with Jamie Erdahl, and they made a whole big idea about it.
All right, the Jets pick is in. Let's see where they go here.
I'm going David Bailey here. That's who I think it is. I wouldn't be surprised off Maurice, but I think it's going to be David Bailey.
Sorry, I had to take a quick break.
No worries. No worries. All right, here we go.
I think it's got to be either Reese or Bailey.
Yeah,
if it's
it's
none
gotta
of
be
those
the
two,
edge.
I'm gonna be dead surprised.
I think they go. Yeah, I think they go the edge rusher now, and I think at 16 they're going to go receiver, best available, whoever's there.
I wish I
Omar
had the
Cooper.
NFL network version of it, but I use my father-in-law's TV stuff, and I don't think we have the NFL network, and I don't think I have the NFL Plus package where I can watch the NFL network. So if I might be a few seconds behind Joel.
They swerve us all here, and it's Ty Simpson.
No, it's who I thought.
My hope is that two teams in the top 5 draft a lineman, offensive line. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's my hope.
If y'all seen the pick yet, I don't want to ruin it.
He really behind because I just saw it.
Wow. Okay. All right.
So am I breaking news to everyone? Am I David Rappaport tonight?
It's Ian. It's Ian Rappaport, my guy. Not David.
I'm his brother, David.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little surprised that it didn't go Reese, but I'm not. I mean,
Yeah,
it was either between those two. It really was.
Yeah. So here's where I think. Here's what I think happens. Arizona either trades this pick back, someone like New Orleans, who wants the running back. They go what everyone says they're going to go and get the tackle out of Miami, or they go Arvell Reese. I think it's one of those, or they go with Jeremiah Love. But this pick determines what I think Washington is going to get, just to be honest with you. Because I think if Jeremiah Love doesn't go pick 3, they're going 7.
I don't. I think we have to wait until the Giants at 5. Well, I mean, that's true, but I still think the Giants would be a sneaky pick at 5 for him. It's the Giants.
We'll see.
You never know.
My thinking with that is
Sexy Dexy. I get it.
My thinking with that though is this is a defensive-minded coach coming in with Harbaugh, and so I just, granted, they had a defensive-minded coach with Daboll, and they drafted some receiver. I just don't see a reason to go. Who is their running back? Now that I think about it, they don't have a running back.
Bo Scattaboo.
Bo's coming off of.
Oh, you're talking about the Giants. I thought we were talking about the Jets. My bad. Yeah, Bo
the Jets
and
have no
Tyrone
players.
Tracy is still there.
Devin Singletary, I think, is still there.
I don't know. We'll see. I just don't see a reason for them to go running back unless they just want to go best available. This Arizona pick is interesting to me, though.
We got time. Let's look at their roster.
I've heard the
I'm actually
Cardinals.
no, it's
I was going to say I've heard the Cardinals are willing to trade back here. So the fact that they haven't put the pick in yet, I think they're working a trade.
we
My
got 3
feeling,
minutes. So I mean,
my feeling.
if the team trades, does that clock restart or they keep going?
No, it just keeps going.
My feeling is that there's been some smoke the last couple of days that the Chiefs were trying to jump up here. And so I would not be shocked if we see the Chiefs move up here and give Arizona pick 9 and pick 29. And
that would be a good move. But I don't know. If I'm Arizona and you have the opportunity to get either the best offense or best defensive player, I don't see how you can pass that up.
Here's my problem if they draft Love. To me, it would be very similar to the Falcons drafting Bijan a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They had ass at quarterback, and they still don't have a great quarterback situation. So it's like you have this great, big, shiny toy, but you have crap kind of around him. Now, Drake London is a good receiver, and Kyle Pitts is starting to come around, but who's your other receiver they drafted last year? But 2 years ago, 1 to 2. I feel like they had another receiver.
My thinking with Love to the Cardinals is you draft him and you wait a year until you get the better QB class. With Dante Moore, Lenora Sellers, Arch Manning, you get your quarterback then. Because everyone's assumption, what James was essentially saying, is it makes sense if the Cardinals want to trade back up. Because the entire week it's been Cardinals are going to trade second round to the Bills to get Ty Simpson. That's where I think you were alluding to, James, right? That the Chiefs would give up their 2 first rounds to move up. They get someone like Jeremiah Love or Carnell Tate or someone like that.
Right.
And then
Cardinals
that
are taking this down to the wire.
The pick is in. The pick is in. They're making the pick.
Okay. Yeah. So
Wow.
I think this is the better move to keep the pick. It depends on the player. Because if they go this because if they get this offensive tackle, this is stupid. You could have traded back and
I personally think they're going tackle. I
so?
understand it from your perspective, but that's just what I feel. I could be very wrong. And I was wrong with the Arvell Reese to the Jets, so I'm probably very wrong on this too.
I just feel weird with them having Paris Johnson at one tackle and then another stud at the other end to protect nobody. I just feel like that.
But I mean, that's a way to kind of start building your trenches in some way.
Yeah, I can see it, but
I also think there was rumors a couple months ago. Aaron Rodgers was connected to the Cardinals, but he still hasn't made his
he's still on vacation, isn't he?
He still hasn't made his decision if he wants to play for the Steelers or not. And so, if Aaron Rodgers becomes a free agent and the Cardinals use him, then they can use him on a 1-year deal, then draft a quarterback next year. But I guess we'll see where they go here. I think they got to go tackle. Offensive line.
That's what I feel. We'll see here in a second. 2 things. First, looking on the Giants roster, they do have three-headed monster at running back with Tyrone Tracy, Scadaboo, and Devin Singletary. However, I look at it from the Commanders' perspective that we've got a 3-4 deep running back room, obviously, with Bill Krosky-Merritt and Jerome Ford, Rashad White. I'm sure we could cut forward, but I mean, it's kind of the same principle of, man, you got a pretty crowded running back room, but it's Jeremiah Love, you know what I mean? That was me, my second thing. I'm still kind of behind. Isn't it today something, or are they honoring Pat Tillman?
It might be. I didn't see anything about it. I really need y'all to see this pick.
Haven't gotten it yet. Damn it.
Yeah. So I think the Cardinals did what I figured they were going to do. Just from things that I read tonight or this morning, they went best available. And with that, Arvell Reese is probably going to Tennessee. Sonny Styles to the Giants. I could see a tackle to Cleveland.
I mean, listen. What's Arvell Reese, an edge, or is he a tackle?
So Arvell Reese is technically labeled an edge, but he's sort of like that Micah Parsons position.
Well, if you're arguing
Giants
over
could
edge,
get him too, though. I mean, they got rid of
Yeah.
Lawrence. They got to get somebody else to fill that big gap in the middle of the defense now.
now I feel like you're missing an edge here. Like, what if you can't
Bain?
forget Ruben Bain.
I think
I
he
don't think he's going
slides.
top 10. I don't think he's going top 10.
I think if he goes, it'll go to a team like Kansas City at 9, or he goes somewhere like Miami. I think I have him at 11 at Miami, to be honest. But Tennessee needs an edge, and I think this has to be Arvell Reese, and he just falls right into their laps. The Jets did what the Jets always do.
That's a slam dunk pick right there for Tennessee.
The Jets do what the Jets always do, and they take the worst player possible. Not that David Bailey's bad, but
David Bailey is the most pro ready.
Oh, for sure.
So that's
Yeah,
where the
but-
Jets went.
but-
You got to think
But
they
I also
lost
don't think,
Jermaine.
like, you're the Jets. You're going to be bottom of the division at least for, what, 10 more years? So, no, I get you want pro ready, but at the same time, like, I personally draft this with the idea of I get you for 5 years. I want the best ceiling that I can get. It may not be good year 1, but by the end of year 5, I want the best player possible. I think that's Arvell Reese.
Now, here's my question. Completely different side note. What are y'all's thoughts on Jordan Tyson?
So he's gone up a lot. I've seen. I've never watched a lot of them because I don't watch the Big 12. I guess if the scouts love him, I've heard the Giants love him. So maybe him at 5.
I think Jordan Tyson, the Giants want him, but that's the reason they got back in the top 10 with that trade, the Dexter Lawrence trade.
I think for sure that they're going to get a receiver of some sort. Now, here's my problem with Jordan Tyson is his injury history. I think he is the best overall player on the receiver side, given his ability, his catch radius, his body control, his speed, his route running. But he's missed 33% of his college career. That's a lot of games to be missing. And that's the problem. Is I know everybody in the NFL, everybody gets hurt. I get it. But you can't have a guy that you're going to have on the field for 3 weeks and then miss for 7. I mean,
Right.
Maybe not 7-6, but you know what I mean? Like, that is a huge risk, in my opinion, to be picking him that high. But if you're going to pick him that high, you're going for the potential of the prospect. And you're hoping that maybe you can get him in the building,
Now,
figure out what his issues are.
And depending on where you go, some teams have better trainers than others.
Yeah, that's true.
But I also think, like, if you go to the Giants, that field is known to mess up some knees. So I don't know if I'm him, I'm hoping the Giants don't take me but that's also because it's the Giants. So
You're hoping the Commanders don't pick you because it seems like everybody tears their ACL or breaks their leg every 4th or 3 or 4 years. So
Titans pick is in.
All right, where are they going here?
It's got to be
I
Arvell.
got to go Arvell Reese. Yeah. I don't think that there's any – you could go lineman here, I guess. But, I mean, you have Arvell Reese in your lap. You have to take that pick.
Yeah, if you don't go Arvell Reese here, then I question your front office. You shouldn't be leading.
This is Brian Dayball's team. First pick as a Titan.
It's Dayball. It's the other ball, Dusela.
Robert Saleh, yeah.
Yeah. They're defensive-minded guys. It's got to be Arvell Reese.
I wouldn't be shocked, though, if it's Caleb Downs.
Guys on NFL Network said they wouldn't be shocked if it's Sonny Styles here, though. I wouldn't hate Sonny Styles, but to me,
look at the war room with Salah, and he looks real happy.
Did they lower the time this year to 8 minutes? Has it
Yeah,
always been 8?
they lowered the time. I'm about to say, man, this first round, we're 30 minutes in.
Thank
We're
God
already
we
on
might not be
45.
here till. I may not have to be here till 11:30 to watch the Patriots trade back.
Here comes Goodell.
I need y'all to see my setup right here. I have got a laptop, a monitor, and my iPad just like compact in this little tiny thing. I don't like the look on your face. Oh my God.
That's a good pick. I was going to say it.
Oh no. Wow.
That's a good pick.
They just gave the Giants Arvell Reese. If you're the Giants, like, I'm just gonna say this until he gets picked. He's the best player available.
Why is he falling?
I don't think he's falling. I had him 7th in my mock draft to Washington. I think.
But most people had him top 5.
Wow. So now
That's
I have
a
a problem
crazy
here.
pick. That's a crazy pick. When you're,
I got
like,
5 and 6 left, and I've got my pick of Downs, Styles. That's who. That's I.
Downs is the safety, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I've heard he
can't
was gonna slide just because of position.
And that's the problem, because we do need a safety to kind of help out with Nick Cross and Will Harris. We do have a decent cornerback room after the free agency, but Mansour Delane is going to be there. Is that too high for Mansour Delane? To me, that's the best quarterback in the draft, but is that too high?
I had Delane go in New Orleans.
I did too.
Giants had that card ready. I mean, their pick's already in.
The Giants, yeah, the Giants.
I'm on NFL.com and their pick is already in. I mean,
Giants,
as soon as they saw that,
like, I'm pretty certain they said, "Hey, Arvell Reese is here. Write his fucking name down because we didn't think we would have him." That's absolutely crazy.
That's wild. That is wild.
This team just traded Sexy Dexy, and is going to end up with
and they got
the best.
I mean, they got the immediate replacement.
Arguably the best player in the draft, but definitely the best defensive player. And then they're going to go back to pick 10 and 5 picks and get another player. And I think they double up on defense with pick 10. I think that's where I had Downs going.
Now, if I'm the Commanders, I'm starting to get a little nervous because, yes, you're going to have.
So you said the Giants pick is in, right?
Yep.
According to NFL.com, within.
All right. So technically, Cleveland's on. Technically, Cleveland's
yes.
on the clock. So, like, if you're Washington, you know who the Giants take. Do you think they? I mean, I don't. Would you move up one spot? Are you scared of who the Cleveland might take?
No. You have to stay at 7 because you're going to have your choice of not Cornell Tate, Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs, Mansour Delane. That's 3 players.
Or
and
Arvell
2
Reese,
picks left.
if he doesn't.
Let's just go ahead.
If you
I
get
know we've already
Arvell
done
Reese,
that.
Cody, if you get Arvell Reese,
I'll do back.
DC might burn down.
But the problem that I'm going to run into is we're going to get to 7, and we could have Downs, Styles, Mansour Delane, or your
I told you about
a
trade. A trade just happened, guys. Kansas City just traded with
I'm
Cleveland.
behind, so give me a minute.
Kansas City traded with.
What the hell are they going to get?
Kansas City traded with Cleveland to jump Washington.
Who are they getting? A wide receiver?
I think it's
gonna have to be Downs or Styles, right?
I think it's going to be a
No
tackle.
way they Ruben Banks.
I think it's going to be the tackle.
The offensive
Miami.
tackle.
Yeah. Because I think that's where Cleveland was going to go, and I don't know if unless Cleveland thinks the tackle's going to fall, I don't know what Kansas City does if it's not the tackle. I mean, it could be receiver, but Jordan Tyson possibly. But
I still haven't seen this here on.
Yeah, ESPN hasn't shown it, but Rappaport
ESPN hasn't shown it. NFL.com hasn't shown it yet.
Rappaport just tweeted the Browns and Chiefs are in deep talks to send pick 6 for pick 9.
Yeah, it just flipped on my screen. That's how I saw it.
Damn. So they get 6.
So
Yeah,
now
I mean,
my
the Browns,
question,
if they need an offensive lineman, they'll be fine there. If they want to know wide receiver, they can be fine there.
I think the Browns are going tackle, offensive tackle. I think it just makes the most sense for their needs.
I do too.
Because I mean, they don't need quarterback. Obviously, no one really needs quarterback at this point in the draft. Receiver
Not this high.
is a need. I mean, they need a lot of things just because they're the Browns. But first thing they need is competent ownership, and well, about that.
Good luck with that.
Speaking of Kansas City, one of their coaches got arrested yesterday for domestic battery.
Speaking of domestic issues,
Hey, we're not going to talk about him, okay?
what the hell's going on up there?
Look, we're gonna let the organization take care of it until then. That's my coach.
He's gonna put the PC part of this. He said we're staying with the organization. Oh, let me be clear.
Hold on. That's the Patriot way. That's the Patriot way.
Oh, shut up.
We'll let Robert Kraft deal with it. It's the Patriot way.
Hell, Robert Kraft probably had a piece of Dino Rossini too. I mean, at this point, who knows? Hey, the fact that Giants had the commercial break at the 5th pick, does that mean that Washington will not have a commercial?
For the first time in a while?
For the first time in 75 years?
Hey, the
Dude,
Buffalo
ESPN still
Sabres.
doesn't. Okay, there it is. Now we finally get Schefter
Yeah.
saying that the Browns are trading to Kansas City, and NFL.com still hasn't updated that.
The Sabres finally scored on the power play.
What was it, game 2 or 3 for them?
3.
What's the series at?
1-1. Game is 1-1. Second period.
In Boston, I assume.
In Boston.
Come on.
This is the longest commercial break I've ever seen in my life.
Commanders are technically on the clock right now, as the big board at the draft says. So, you got 7 minutes left. So
the Chiefs have made their pick then, huh?
Yep. Cody's getting real nervous.
I tell you,
And with the 7th pick, the Washington Commanders redraft
my opinion,
Emmanuel
if
Forbes.
somebody Styles is there, you got to take Styles.
The Bills owners are not at the draft tonight. They're at the Bills or the Sabres game, watching the Sabres instead of drafting. So,
Well, the owners
don't
don't
care
do
about
much
the
of the drafting, so
They said, "You guys have fun. We're gonna go watch hockey. Have a good night."
Wait, so they traveled to Boston to watch that game?
Yeah. Well, see, look, it's the first time the Sabres have made the playoffs in 18 years. We don't know the next time they're going to go back to the playoffs. So
22
Can we
years.
just announce this pick? Final guesses? I already know the pick, but final guesses?
For
The Giants.
Arvell Reese. I mean, it has to be Arvell Reese.
I think I'm going Caleb Downs.
BT Dubs at the Commanders draft party at Northwest Stadium. They greeted everyone through the door with the free hats of this logo. So that's pretty cool.
It's a good pick. It's a great pick, by the way.
Yeah. Had to be. I mean, that had to be that, right?
Yeah. So Kansas City's already got their pick in, which we kind of knew what happened when they made the trade. I don't know where Kansas City goes. I didn't have them trading up. This is interesting to me. I don't know what they're.
I
think
had
either
them
receiver
trading
or
up.
tackle of either defensive or offensive tackle.
I had them trading up, but to 3 with the Cardinals for Carnell Tate. So this is interesting. Do they go Caleb Downs here? Sonny Styles is there.
Is there a corner? Because they need
Mansour
some
Delane.
corner.
So Delane.
They need a corner because they basically
But see,
lost.
my feeling was that Delane was going to be there at 9 unless they thought New Orleans or Washington were going to get him. But
I think New Orleans was going to get him. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I just can't believe he fell to 5.
That's wild to me. That is wild.
Here's the full trade. The Chiefs gave up 9, 74, and 148 for this pick.
Why couldn't they do that for the Commanders? I would have taken that in a heartbeat.
And the pick is in. I feel like this is a rebuild year for the Chiefs. You're not going to be like, I think Andy Reid was complimenting how good Justin Fields was the other day. So they may be rebuilding some
They're not trading Pat Mahomes. Stop it.
Chiefs are not rebuilding.
Oh, he's hurt. He might not play this to start the year.
No, he'll be fine.
Shut up.
It's a rebuild year. Mahomes might not be ready.
Shut up.
Justin Fields is the backup.
They have one bad year and now they're rebuilding.
Yeah. What do they got?
They have the same team they had before they sucked last year.
And they had nothing back last year, which is why Mahomes got hurt.
Apparently
And
the
they have a
Giants
worse defense.
Giants do not intend to trade
Kayvon Thibodeau.
Kayvon Thibodeau.
Hey, by the way, the Red Sox are losing.
Chiefs pick is in. Hey, the Braves are doing good. They won again today. Go Braves.
Let's go.
Washington is now on the clock.
Yeah, we knew that when we came back from the commercial when I told you that. They've been on the clock for like 5 minutes. Their pick's probably in.
Cody's getting nervous. You've got 3 different choices. You got Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, or Mansour Delane. And I don't think that you can go Jordan Tyson here. I just don't think you can.
Yeah. Unless you don't plan any, I'm assuming if you take a receiver, it's with Scary Terry after his contract. That's the only thing I can think of.
He's got guaranteed money this year, and then he doesn't have guaranteed money next year. We're assuming that Ayuk is going to get released at some point. He's going to join us, but we don't know when that's going to happen. Got a decent amount of threes.
I have breaking news.
Oh God!
Don't do this. Don't do this.
Britt Baker has returned to television. She's at the draft.
Oh well, I mean, we could have figured that out.
Shut up,
son of a bitch!
You had everyone sitting here thinking Washington traded their pick or something.
Yeah, don't do that with me, you bastard.
If Washington traded out of the first round, what would you do?
It depends. I mean, I'm not against trading. I'm not against trading back if it means we get some more picks, because God, do we need picks in the second and third rounds. Damn, well, I'm at tears.
I can tell you that Washington made their pick because they just announced on TV that the Saints are on the clock. So
I don't know what we get. It's almost a coin toss between Downs, Styles, or Delane. And at this point, if I'm Washington, it's between.
Yep.
To me, it's between Delane and Styles. I think you can be fine without Downs. I don't know. Okay, Delane is off the board. Shit. Okay.
I like that pick. I think
they jumped us to get him.
Yep. Because I think New Orleans was going to get him if you didn't. And so.
Well, to me now it's down to between Styles and Downs.
So what that tells me, you're going Styles or Downs. New Orleans is going to go God knows where. They have a whole boatload of needs. And I think Cleveland said, hey, we're safe at 9 getting tackle, which I think is their biggest need.
Quickly. I don't know. Oh, man, I don't know. My thing is we have Frankie Louvu. We've got Leo Chanel, Jordan McGee. We got Kane Madrano that we picked up last year in the draft. I think they're trying to get McGee more playing time. Chanel is going to be a good player. Frankie needs to get back to his old self in 2024 and 2023. If we draft Sonny Styles, is he going to be kind of like the Micah Parsons role, where he can kind of come off the edge? He can be that's what I think it'll be. That's what I think we'll get.
That's
what I think. On it. I'm going Styles. Go Styles. Come on, guys. We retired one Styles this year. We're going to pick up another one.
Yeah, I think it has to be Sonny Styles. I think it has to be Sonny Styles, and I think it's the best pick you could probably have at this situation.
I'm going Sonny Styles. That's my guess.
You don't have to show him guarding Antonio Williams. Oh, that's TJ Moore. Never mind. TJ Moore sucked too. He's going to be in the draft next year, by the way. If you need a receiver, TJ Moore, Clemson.
Maybe he figures out something this year.
We hope.
Let's see if Christopher Fazzino shows up to be a good quarterback. Hey, I don't know if you saw anything about the spring game.
Was it bad?
I was under the assumption that, like, I was hoping, what's the quarterback last year that wowed everybody?
A what?
For Clemson.
What about it? Sorry, I kind of dozed off for a minute.
He was a lefty. He wowed everybody, like, in the second to last game of the year.
Quarterback?
Yes. Oh, my God.
Fazzina?
No, not Fazzina.
Yeah, I have no idea who you're talking about.
Oh, my God, that hurts my head now.
I have no idea who you're talking about. I didn't
got
know
a note. Got a note for you, Cody, from your friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah. I hope that we use this as primary starting in 2027, though I wish we got rid of the W and just did the spear, but I don't know.
Hey, are we going to DC next year for the draft?
I would love to. I don't know if my wife will let me do it because that's a lot of people, and knowing me, I'll probably get shot. Now, here's my question.
Live stream from the draft?
Live stream for the draft. I like it.
Can we get press passes?
Chris Denson, that's who it is. We thought he was going to wow in the spring game, and apparently he sucked ass. So now the freshman Tate Reynolds is like second behind Vizina. Anyways, no, what I'm going to laugh at is when there's 1 million plus people at this place. Hey, what's up, guys in the war room? Y'all don't look very happy. Why don't we look happy? Why don't we look happy? If y'all ain't happy, I'm not happy.
Right.
I don't like it. Anyways, it's going to be funny when there's about 1.5 million people there.
Why is Jerome Bettis announcing this pick?
What the fuck's wrong with you? Why the hell's Jerome Bettis? He didn't play. Anyways, there's going to be 1.5 million people at the draft next year, and like 1 million are going to sing "Hail to the Redskins," and they're going to have to like blur that out on TV. It's going to be hilarious. All right, who do we get? I don't care about Jerome Bettis, and who's the other guy beside him? Lenny Wood. Lenny, yeah, who? Why do I care? Did I say Glenn Wood? Is this NASCAR? I don't care about these guys. Just give me the pick. Who do we pick? If this gets copyright infringed, I'm sorry. Lynn Swan. I had a Lynn in there. I don't care.
Super Bowl champion and 6-time All-Pro Bobby Wagner.
Okay, I kind of matter about him, but I don't care about him anymore.
On behalf of the Wheaton family nationwide.
Hey, there's Hawk Farmer Chris.
Make their community and the league a better place.
Boom, boom, boom.
Come on, announce the damn pick. Come on.
In the 2026 NFL Draft, Washington Commanders select Sonny Styles,
There we go.
linebacker, Ohio
There we go.
Yeah, I like that pick
Great
a lot.
pick.
I like that pick a lot.
Great pick. Great job, Adam Peters. Happy with that pick.
He ran like a 4.3 40, right? Like shot to everybody.
I mean,
yeah.
dude was insane.
Yeah. So Jalen Hurts, watch out.
So 4.46 40-yard dash. He jumped 43 and a half. 11'2" broad jump. This guy's going to be a stud.
All right. Now we're on to the Saints. So where do the Saints go here?
So happy about that pick.
If you're New Orleans, what's your biggest need?
By the way, Sonny Styles' brother is in this draft as well. He's projected like 5th or 6th round pick. So, you know.
No one cares.
We're gonna pick him too.
Yeah.
I'm fine with
If you're the New Orleans Saints, where are we going?
I don't know what they need. I don't know who's available. Caleb Downs. They need a whole bunch of things. So, let's see. Yeah, I don't have a name for you off the top of my head.
It would not shock me because I mean, who do they got on the offensive side of the ball other than Olave?
Nobody.
Not a whole lot. I think Jordan Tyson could be a good fit here.
I'm going to stay with my gut and say they go corner, and they're just going to have to go next best.
Oh, he's
That's
there. Please give me the burgundy jersey. I want to see
Jermod
that.
McCoy. Nice.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm so very far behind. Damn, why isn't NFL Network or NFL.com working? They gave me at least a better idea of what teams' needs were. ESPN does not. Nice hat. Now show me the damn jersey.
Saints pick is in.
They got the burgundy jersey. My team. It looks like my team again.
So the Saints' needs, according to ESPN's app, are edge, receiver, corner, guard, and linebacker.
That's a nice jersey.
Got one on the back. Styles. Is that AJ Styles? Phenomenal one.
The phenomenal one. Yeah, I'm just maybe Reuben Bain, maybe Jordan Tyson. I don't. It could go. It could be anybody at this point. I don't know. It's the Saints that. F them Saints, as we say here in Carolina.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to turn this up again.
I love the game. I love the guys. I love the brotherhood. I'm excited to be a part of the organization. Coach Quinn, Mr. Peters, the whole staff. I love everyone there. I remember I was there a few weeks ago. I told Coach Quinn, I was like, hope they'll be back soon. He said, we'll see. So I'm super happy.
You have now been drafted. Your brother Lorenzo Jr. will be drafted this weekend. What do you remember about being little boys and imagining this night?
He's my best friend.
Okay, sorry.
So I want to just make a point. I was saying earlier before the draft started that I felt like between like 12 and 16 was a good opportunity for some of these tackle-hungry needs. Because a lot of the needs for offensive tackle are later in the first round. I feel like Baltimore is a great place to trade up to. And so we shall see. Also, something like a Miami. Miami's got 2 first rounds. I could see them willing to trade one, what is that, 11? So, I think we start seeing some tackles move with some trades.
I can see that.
With one of those teams being the Buffalo Bills. I mean,
with what draft capital are we moving up?
If
anything, we move down.
At least you're not the Seahawks. Imagine coming into the weekend with 4 picks total. Well, you'd be a Seahawks fan. So
Yeah, well, I'd take a Super Bowl ring over 4 draft picks. So. Oh, man. Now the wait begins for my team at pick 26.
You want to know how I think, or how much I think this pick is going to work out for us?
a lot.
Our fans on Twitter are hating this pick.
Really? Why?
Hating it. They want it downs.
Yeah, y'all are so crazy.
Listen, I understand the need for wanting downs because they don't want to see Quan Martin on the field. We have Will Harris and we have Nick Cross. Quan is not going to get as much playing time on the field, guys.
Also, I think there's a legitimate reasonable belief that the Caleb Downs will, as a safety, will get drafted, and I think the only other safety that's going to go first round is the Inman out of Oregon. You got a bunch of safeties that are available beginning round 2. You'll have the guy out of Toledo that everyone likes, the dude out of LSU that everyone likes. I can't think of his name right now, but
AJ Hulsey.
Yeah.
Then you got the best safety in the draft class, Jalen Kilgore out of South Carolina. He'll be going tomorrow.
I don't know about all that, but yeah, your fans need to just understand this is the best pick you could have made.
I 100% agree with that. Listen, I would have been happy with Downs. I would have been happy with Styles. I preferred Styles. Now, I just think that, and then of course you have fans in here that are like, oh, I guess we're going to have nobody for Jaden to throw to. Guys, you can't pick 5 people with 1 pick. Shut up. Okay, we have pick 71. Probably going to pick a receiver at that pick. And this is a very deep receiver class, so I'm not mad at it. You could probably get a safety in the 3rd round. It's going to start diving off pretty quickly with the talent level, but yeah, I don't see why we had to be so upset about that. Damn, I feel like this took forever for the Saints pick.
Sweet. Bum, bum, bum.
Burt Baker was wearing an NWO hat.
That's a interesting pick.
All right, who do they pick?
How are you so ahead of us?
I don't, man.
Good pick.
I don't know about it, man.
But
so early. That's so early for him.
But as I said, who do they have on the offensive side of the ball outside of Chris Olave? If you're going to give Tyler Shuck a weapon, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this.
Man, that injury history scares me, man. And he's been playing on turf. I don't know. Maybe that's different because Arizona State plays on natural grass, right? So,
hey, the Browns pick is in. They were ready.
I mean,
like I said, Jordan
if they trade it back, I'm assuming they would be ready.
All right, so where do the Browns?
They have to go Downs here, right?
The Browns?
Are they going tackle?
I think they go the tackle out of Miami. I can't say his last name, so.
Malioga?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there's a couple other tackles here. Utah has 2 of them.
Fanu's the better one. The guy out of Miami rate it the best one. I've seen a lot of love for Monroe Freeling from Georgia. Maybe him. I think they go tackle here.
I'm gonna be a little upset.
Why?
Caleb Downs goes to the Giants.
And Arvell Reese?
And that would not be fun. That would not be fun. Oh, boy spitting on TV. Damn, dog. Calm yourself down. Are you crying because you're going to the Saints, or are you crying because you didn't think you were going to go in the top 10?
Both.
Well, I think he was expecting to go to the Giants. I think that's why the Giants moved up. But
Hey, Jason, make sure J.C. Horn locks up on him. You have to put two guys over there because, man, if he's healthy and he runs those routes, I mean, he's gonna be a threat.
I think Caleb Downs, at this point, he might fall to 12
Which is crazy.
to Dallas.
Hey, I want to get that Topps Chrome 1 of 1 of him crying with his jersey up. It's going to sell a lot of money. Sorry, continue. Side note, Alex Ovechkin and Alexei Protas are at the playoff game at the Hershey Bears tonight.
Are they playing?
Yeah, they're playing. And apparently Ovi did the roar.
Roar.
Side
Do the
note,
roar.
Thank you. There it is.
Do the roar.
Do it. Ovi did the roar. Huh? Thank you very much.
Do the roar.
She understood the assignment. Thank you.
Speaking of playoffs, Pittsburgh getting the ass kicked.
Dude. Washington can beat either one of those two teams.
Mm-hmm.
They would dog walk them. And we had to piss around and not make it to the playoffs.
Imagine being Detroit. Because they were third in the Atlantic like 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We had 95 points this year. I mean, that's really a good year. Most teams make it to the playoffs with 95 points.
The Capitals would have won the Pacific Division.
Yeah.
That's scary.
And they
That's
missed the
scary.
playoffs. Why are they booing?
Because
Somebody from the Pacific Division is going to be
The Browns are.
getting to the second round because the division was that shitty.
The Browns are on the clock. That's why they're booing. Okay, it makes sense now.
I kind of hope that they get Caleb Downs here because I really don't want the Giants to get him. So here's my question now. This is going to be fun. So like, Sonny's going to be the green dot guy for us, right? He'll be playing alongside Luvu, and then we have Chanel, and then we have Jordan McGee. All of a sudden, that linebacker room looks pretty good. Continue, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm just saying this pick was interesting. I also know the Giants pick at 10. I opened up Twitter and it's up there. So, can I just tell you, you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Me?
Yeah, I know the Giants
Well, you
pick at
said
10.
Spencer Fano, that's a good pick for them.
I
Is
didn't
that the
think
top
you'll be
rated guard? Or not
That's
guard,
the top.
tackle?
Many had them second with Francis Maui Goa
From Penn State?
from Miami.
Or not Penn State, Miami, that's right.
Yeah, the top guard is from Penn State. That's
That's right.
Vega Leone, but he probably won't go till later.
Question is, who's going to be the Browns quarterback this year? Deshaun Watson?
That's what I've heard. It's
That's what they
Deshaun's
said,
gonna
that
start,
he has a chance to be the starting quarterback.
which is crazy.
I forgot the fact that he even still has a contract with the Browns.
They reworked it. So it's not as
He
expensive.
doesn't get as much guaranteed money.
Something like that.
He ain't Kirk Cousins.
Listen, nobody is Kirk Cousins.
All right, the Giants pick, highly surprising to me. I'm just gonna say that. So I'll just say that as Goodell is walking to the podium.
We're not there yet.
Yeah, you're like a minute ahead of us. Calm the fuck down.
Pause your stream, wait about 20 seconds, and then unpause it. First of all, I've seen somebody on the ESPN feed wearing a Sidney Crosby Team Canada jersey. He's not allowed to be in this draft. Wow.
Yeah.
So now Miami.
They didn't get a receiver, and they didn't get Caleb Downs. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that.
I got a Miami Dolphins friend who is begging the Dolphins to pick Ruben Bain right here.
The Dolphins just traded back with Dallas. They just swapped.
Oh, no.
They're
going to get Caleb Downs.
They're going to get I told you they were looking at safety. I had Thieneman going to Dallas because I thought Downs would. But yeah, Dallas is now.
Why would you trade up here if you knew Miami wasn't going to pick that player?
Because Miami was probably going Downs.
Was Dallas looking for a receiver too? I
Dallas?
can't imagine somebody's going to go here at 12, at 11.
I think this is safety for Dallas.
I don't see how it's not. Or are they going to go Mekhi Lemon?
I just don't.
Whoa! They didn't trade 12. They traded down to 20.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
That's what it says on the ESPN.
I'm looking on ESPN and they have 11 and 12 right now. No fucking way.
No, because mine has Dallas at 11, Miami
There's
at 12.
No way.
That's not what the ESPN broadcast is showing.
I'm gonna need an Ian Rappaport. I'm gonna need an Adam Schefter real quick. There's no way.
There we go. Okay, they corrected it.
Oh, Jesus. Woo. Don't do that to me.
They corrected it. I was like,
I was about
whoa.
to flip out. Man, that was scary. Holy shit. I'm actually surprised Mekhi Lemon's kind of fallen this far.
I just don't think there's a need for a
A little bit
receiver.
surprised.
I just didn't think there was a need for a receiver. I think the Jets will take a receiver, but I
just thought that
I think the
because
Rams
of
will
the
take a
injury.
receiver.
For sure. Damn, can you imagine him and Puka Nacua? I think, just my personal perspective, I thought maybe people would get a little too spoofed off with the Jordan Tyson injury problems that they would go with Mekhi Lemon, the surefire guy that was going to produce for you.
He just cussed on national television.
Did he? I haven't turned down.
He said, I'm going to die for this ish man.
Give it 5 years and you'll join Roman Reigns in the bloodline.
Cowboys trade pick 12, 177, and 180 to move up to 11.
That's
A
an
person, a third, and a fourth?
That's an overpay to get one player up. I don't think the Dolphins were going Caleb Downs. Or whoever they're picking. We're assuming it's Caleb Downs, right?
Yes.
I think they could have just waited a pick.
Miami probably was playing hardball and saying, if you guys don't pick them, we are. So you better make this trade. But I don't know. So 177, 180, those are what, third and fourth rounds or 2 third rounds?
Those are fourth and fifth.
Yeah, it's late. It's
177,
day.
180.
They're day threes.
177 and 180. 5th round picks.
Yeah.
2 5th round picks, and then they
swap first.
To me, that's not a lot. I don't know. I feel like it's not a lot.
I think it's a fine trade. It depends on. I think the value's there. I don't think Dallas was going to find anything with those 5th round picks that would be game changing.
No, I mean you're not wrong. It's just weird how.
I think my personal opinion is Miami fleeced them because I don't think Miami was going the route we think Dallas is going. Miami doesn't need secondary help. They need linebackers, D tackles, O-line. To give up 2 5ths just to move up a pick, I don't like it. But maybe that's why I'm not a GM.
I mean, again, you could easily play hardball and say we're going to take Caleb Downs, we're going to take whatever, and that could be all that in Dallas's mind was, yeah, we need to trade up because we want to make sure we get this guy. But I don't know.
I mean, I wonder if Miami's just playing facilitator here. It wouldn't shock me if they move back again. If they're just trying to get day 5, day 2, day 3 picks. Because, I mean, they are in tank for arch mode, so. Oh, man. Man. Alex Tuck, let's go. Sabres take the lead.
Okay. I'm going to get off. My booty cheeks hurt sitting in this chair. So, I might come on later if you're still on when the Patriots are drafting. If not, I'll join the chat. But I'm a hop on off here.
You're not allowed to leave.
All against his will.
All right, well, he's
I'll probably
gone.
stay until about 15, and then I'll probably hop off unless we get something really crazy happening.
I got you.
All
right, well then let's just wrap it up for now. I don't think we'll get anything major here.
Let's see what Dallas picks, and then we'll probably hop off.
Sounds good.
I can't see them going over receiver over Downs. I don't see it. Yeah. I don't think there was any other way they weren't going him.
All right, well, let's wrap this up, and we'll head on out. Your overall thoughts on Sonny Styles in Washington? First impressions.
I'm happy with it. I think we had a bunch of questions as to who was going to be the green dot Mike linebacker, and Chanel was probably thought to have it, and then getting Sonny Styles, he's obviously going to be the green dot Mike. Athletic as hell, fast as hell, smart player. Is he perfect? No, but I think that depending on what Durante Jones' scheme is going to be for us, that this was a perfect kind of guy that he wants. And I'm hoping that this was a Durante Jones guy and not a Dan Quinn guy, because obviously Dan Quinn was the defensive coordinator for a couple of years in Dallas and had Micah Parsons. I'm hoping that he's not trying to find the Micah Parsons light. Like,
right.
Micah's 1-1. Let Sonny just do what he needs to do. Let him cover some running backs, cover some tight ends a little bit. Let him stuff the run. see the field, react on his instincts, and just be that smart player that he is. I'm excited. I mean, we haven't had a really, really good linebacking core in a long time.
Hold on, we got
I
to
think-
hold on. Can we stay on for a few picks? I just saw some. I saw something. Something's going to shot. I want your reaction to this. Not this pick, the Rams pick.
Have they already picked?
Yeah.
Damn, I haven't gone to the Dolphins pick.
Yeah. No, there's a guy that's posting picks way ahead of.
And is he
way
correct?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Woo!
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my.
I'm excited for Sonny. I think he'll be great. Excited for what he'll do in this defense. We just need demons, man. We need guys that can rush the quarterback, clog up running lanes, deflect passes, break up passes, be physical, attack at the line of scrimmage, just be forces on defense. And I think we're having makings of a good defense here.
Well, the good news is you no longer have to depend on Von Miller.
Thank God. We don't have to depend on Von Miller. We don't have to depend on Bobby Wagner.
I think Washington, if forgive me, what's your Jaden Daniels stays healthy? Your offense is fine. I think you have a decent offense.
Got to get another wide receiver, whether it's through the draft, whether it's Ayuk, and I'll be happy with it. We probably can draft another left guard. I think Chris Paul is going to be our starting left guard, and he did really well for us last season. So I'm not mad if we keep the starting five. We need a center. I'm still not sold on Nick Allegretti being our center. I don't really understand why we had to cut Tyler Biadasz, but we did. So center is the only kind of question mark that I'm kind of worried about. But besides that, I'm happy with the line. I think we'll be fine at receiver, or I think we'll be fine at running back. Defense now looks a lot better. I just saw something on Twitter, according to one of our beat guys. Sonny Styles has a real athletic score of 9.99, and Chanel has an RAS of 9.99. We now have the most athletic linebacking duo in the history of the NFL per RAS.
Yeah, no,
that's all well and dandy, but they got to perform.
Yeah, it just got to translate. I tell you, watch out for Washington. They get a couple years. They might be.
Let's not wait until free agency. And when I saw what we did in free agency, there was the over-under of us winning 7.5 games, and I easily put $20 down that we were going to take the over. My luck, we'll get injured again, and we'll win 3 games. So,
is it a third place schedule this year, or second?
Third
place schedule. I mean,
but we have some tough opponents. I'm not going to lie, but I mean, it's just a matter of winning the games. I look at the schedule and I see us having easily 8 to 9 wins. I shouldn't say easily, but I really think we can win 8 to 9 as our bar minimum. Could get up to 10, could get up to 11, maybe 12 if we just win some games that we probably are dogs in. But let's see what the Dolphins picked.
The first Alabama Crimson Tide. There you go,
wow.
Mr. Clodfelter. All right. Well, this next pick, the Rams pick, if this guy is right, he's been right. I think he has access to the NFL database because
he's tapping into the NFL's wires.
Because he's picking them before the broadcast gets them. So, this next pick for the Rams. Oh, I want to end this on a high note, and we're going to end on a high note with this pick.
While we're waiting for that, what are you hoping that Buffalo does?
So,
really got your perspective on it.
I said coming into this, I had 3 guys I was looking at. Dylan Tiedemann, the safety out of Oregon, Casey Concepcion, wide receiver out of A&M, and Akeem Ezador out of Miami. But I was reading some stuff this afternoon from some Bills beat writers, and we've apparently been doing a lot of research on the linebacker Jacob Rodriguez out of Texas A&M. My gut feeling still says we trade out of the first round again. We don't have a 2 anymore. I think we're trying to get a 2 and a 3 or a 2 and a 4 to get out with Arizona or whatnot. Though, if this next pick is right, that might not happen. So we'll see. I think we got to go defense here. Our offense is fine. Matt Milano hasn't re-signed with us yet. So I'm okay with the linebacker, to be completely honest. We need a linebacker. We're moving back to a 3-4. So we picked up, we got Bradley Chubb, so we were good on the D end, on the defensive line. We got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. So, I mean, I would say safety or linebacker would be where I want to go.
Just to say, I mean, what's your biggest weakness, right?
Yeah, I mean, and I would say safety, but if Dylan Thieneman gets picked before we go, I don't know if there's a safety worth the risk at 26. You got Holsey, you got Kilgore, you got Emmanuel Warren, whatever, from Toledo, but to me, they're middle of the second round guys or early third round guys. So I don't know. I think linebacker and safety are our biggest needs. But knowing Brandon Bean, knowing our front office, if there's not a first round guy on their board, which from what I've heard, they only got like 10 first round grades on their board, they'll trade back. So I'm fully expecting a trade back.
It just depends on how far down you go, right? If you go in the second round, how far down do you really want to go?
Yeah, a lot. Jacksonville don't have a first-round pick this year, I don't think, and I've heard they've been trying to move up. They've been leveraging Brian Thomas Jr. I'm okay with a Brian Thomas Jr. trade there. Him and a third for pick 26, I'm okay with that. Maybe we give him Keon Coleman. I don't know, because if we get a receiver, then there'd be no point in having Keon Coleman on our roster. But
that's what I would think, yeah.
Oh, they're going to commercial. Of course they are.
And the plot thickens.
So you get us through one more commercial break. While they're on commercial, let's plug our awesome partner again. If you go to w.gg, get their jitter-free energy blend mixes. Contains coffee fruit extract, none of those dangerous chemicals, and it's formulated right here in the United States of America. And we got a deal for y'all. If you use the code Beyond the Yard at checkout, you can save 10% off your order. Check out their newer flavors like s'mores and sour gummy bear, amongst others. Some of their favorites are the Push and Punch, the Tiger's Blood, Orange Cream, or Blue Raspberry. They all got it here. Go to w.gg, use code Beyond the Yard, save 10% on your order at w.gg.com. That's Beyond the Yard. All right, we're here. We're going to close up here after this Rams pick. Good question here. Well, let's talk about this for a minute. Who are the Carolina Panthers going to get? I see you put Kenyon Sadiq. I've heard that they're interested in him. Well, I got some Panthers fans at the office who say they've been hearing they may go wide receiver. But I don't know how they go back-to-back years at wide receiver.
No, I think they've got a good thing going with Leggett and Tatora McMillan.
And they got Coker.
Guy, but yeah, I mean,
I think tight end would be a good fit for him. I think offensive line.
One thing that their offense is lacking.
Yeah, tight end, offensive line. They could go defense again. But I think Kenyon Sadiq, if he gets to 19, he'll be coming to Charlotte.
I do believe that as well, and that's something that I think their offense is kind of missing, is that really good pass catching tight end that has some good yards after the catch. That they kind of need to kind of help really make their offense well rounded. I think that's kind of a missing piece for them, weapon wise, that they can probably use. So that's what I think. I think going tight end from Oregon, Sadiq. I think the only other option would be defense, but I really don't know defensive wise what they really would need. I'm sure you could always make room on the line. You could always make your secondary room a little bit better too. But I really don't know what else that they would truly need.
They got Schefter talking on the coming back from break.
I have the volume turned on, so I have no idea what he's talking about.
That the Rams are here because they traded with the Falcons. So this is the Falcons' original pick.
What did they trade for the Falcons?
Good question.
The picks, or was it players?
I want to say they traded a player, but I can't remember who it was. Are they showing Ty Simpson?
I don't remember. I don't remember how we got to this pick. I wish they would kind of bring up a point of emphasis of what they traded for. So that way you have a little more background. Sometimes you forget these things, especially if they happened last season or in the season.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna wait for your reaction.
Wow.
A second quarterback comes off the board. Ty Simpson from Alabama to Los Angeles. Bye-bye, Stetson Bennett. Ty Simpson takes your spot. Matt Stafford, is this your final year?
It has to be.
This
Let him
is
sit
wild.
for a year. I mean, that's the only reason they would pick him here.
Now, it makes sense from the perspective of this is what they did with Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. Maybe McVay thinks that the upside is there and it's worth it. The Rams are going to be back in the playoffs next year, so they're not going to get one of the top quarterbacks in the draft next year.
Yeah, they're Super Bowl favorites, I would say.
So, I mean, I was not thinking the Rams were in the market for a quarterback. I think they're back up now. It was Stetson Bennett or Garoppolo, one of the two. I couldn't remember.
Or if they were in the market for a quarterback, it wasn't going to be in the first round.
Right. Well, it says on the bottom of the screen here that Stafford was called today that they planned on selecting him. So this was premeditated.
That was the plan. That was the plan. Now, here's the thing is the word that I've heard is once Stafford retires, McVay retires with him. I don't know if that's true or not.
See, that would be a terrible situation to put a young quarterback in.
I would think so.
So
I don't know. I think it's an interesting choice. Now, the one thing I will say is that, you have that fourth-year option, right? You have a fifth-year option too, don't you?
Yep.
With the first-round pick. So, like you said, let him sit for a year, learn from Stafford, and then
boom.
It's going to be his team in 2 years.
Absolutely. Well, we ended on that note. We'll see y'all next week. We'll be back to talking pro wrestling 9 o'clock beyond the Junkyard podcast. We can't talk about WrestleMania on this show, but we'll talk about WrestleMania, the Raw after Mania. We'll talk about some AEW. We'll see y'all next week. You can have the last word.
I was just acknowledging my tribal chief. That's all I was doing.
Acknowledging the tribal chief.
That's it. That's it. He's saucy, so y'all should stay saucy. That's all I got. Hail to the
Amen.
Commanders.
We'll see y'all next week. back to our regular scheduled programming.
This is wrestling without the filter.